Alright, so about 5 or 6 months ago, I took a look at my gray Joy-Con and I was just like, these suck. So I hopped on the internet because I was debating on buying another pair that was in a different color, even though I already have a pair of yellow and blue Joy-Con, but let's just not talk about that. I was debating on buying one of those like D-pad Joy-Cons because I'm just so sick and tired of playing platformers because this is awful and it makes me want to shove my face in a blender. So I was on Amazon browsing as you do, and I saw that they had these left Joy-Cons made by like Hori that had D-pads on them, and I thought, well, that would look kind of dumb because the one Joy-Con's going to be all pimped out and sweet looking and the other one's going to be like naked. Put some clothes on. So I scrolled down on the page a little bit more, and there I saw it. The eXtremeRate Classic 1989 GB DMG-01 Joy-Con handheld controller housing D-pad version. Doesn't this just roll right off the tongue? So after staring at that for a few minutes, I decided, yeah, let's go and put it in the cart. Those are going to sit there for a while. Now, oddly enough, a few weeks back, eXtremeRate actually reached out to me asking if I wanted to make a video about one of their products, and I was like, huh, isn't that the company? Oh my god. Well, considering I was already planning on making a video about these because I thought they were sweet looking, I was like, yeah, I have something that I'd like to get from you guys. And here it is. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little concerned at first, like thinking about like a third party like manufacturer basically covering up my nice like original Joy-Cons, but then I got them on my hand and wow, dude, it's really nice actually. I can't begin to stress like how good this D-pad feels in comparison to like original Joy-Cons. Now obviously during the video I'm gonna have like actual B-roll of me putting the thing together here, but one thing that I do want to stress, all of the buttons on here are pretty much all the original ones. The only ones that I actually swapped out were like the A, B, the X, Y, and then the D-pad. Like everything else is the original like Joy-Cons. Now they do send you extra buttons if you want to use them or not, but for the most part they're pretty much assuming that you're going to keep like the share button, the minus and the plus button. Obviously you're going to keep the shoulder buttons. This does a really good job of like capturing the essence of the Game Boy because obviously you got like the magenta colored buttons here, and then you got the fact that it's highlighted like A, B, X, and Y. I love the little grill down here on the bottom, like for the for the original speaker. That's like an awesome little accent. And then I love how the D-pad over here has this like circle around it. It's just these little touches that make it feel so much more like it. And I'll actually compare it here to like an original Game Boy. And obviously this is a little grayer and a little nicer looking, but I mean, it did a really good job. But don't just take my word for it. Here's some other really satisfied eXtremeRate customers.
Whenever I used to think about Joy-Cons, I was sad and morbidly depressed. But now, I can't not think about these. Nothing is more comfortable in my hands when I'm playing games, or whenever I throw them at the wall, losing the Champions Road again. Son of a Thanks, eXtremeRate.
Oh my gosh, like, can there be anything better? eXtremeRate has literally saved my life with these. Literally. The Game Boy was a console that defined my childhood and my entire life. When I got my pair the other day, I just couldn't stop crying. Thanks, eXtremeRate, for coming through for me.
Why am I here?
Just doesn't get any better than that. Something I'm gonna highlight here is I've taken apart consoles and I've done like some minor repairs on stuff too, just like cleaning and whatnot. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like some console guru or anything, but I have some experience taking apart electronics and like figuring out how they work and whatnot. Not everyone does though. These sons of are not easy to take apart. Nintendo packed a lot of stuff inside each of these controllers, and it shows, man. When you open up one of these, you're just kind of like, what do I do? Now, if you also want to consider doing this, don't worry though, there's tons of good tutorials out there online. I'll link one in the description below that I personally used. I felt like it was very easy to follow. If you like have the right tools and you kind of have like a little bit of background with taking things apart, you're gonna be fine. It's not that bad. It's a little pain in the ass, but it's not like horrible. What the f happened to my screw? Now, eXtremeRate themselves actually put out like a tutorial, and they also give you some tools. But based on the reviews that I saw on Amazon, people didn't seem like they were that crazy about like the tools that they give you. And I mean, just to be honest, like they're like $20 on Amazon. Like, I'm not surprised that the tools they give you aren't exactly the greatest. So I actually have my own set of like electronics, like repair tools that I do use for like random stuff. So yeah, putting them together, it wasn't too bad. It took a couple hours. A lot of cussing, but it wasn't all that bad. And I'm honestly extremely happy with how it turned out. Like, it's very clean, the shell fits like perfect. I really don't have any complaints that I can think of. One thing I really like about this too is they almost have this sort of like squishy That's not the right word. The plastic feels like a little bit different on here. It feels a little bit smoother. It has this kind of grip or squish, and it kind of just like sits in your hand better. I don't know how to word it without you just like feeling it by yourself. And man, I gotta highlight it. That D-pad, it feels so nice having an actual D-pad on a Joy-Con. You gotta think, the Switch is like, what, 6 years, 5. The Switch is over like 5 years old at this point, and I'm just now getting a D-pad on a Joy-Con, and man, I wish I didn't wait. This thing feels great. Now I can finally play Mario World without dying. So yeah, honestly, I really don't have a whole lot more to say about this. I wanted to just make a video highlighting how, you know, great and solid these are. I'm super happy with this. I can't possibly imagine going back and having just plain like gray Joy-Cons. Hey, if that's your thing though, that's cool. I couldn't resist these though when I saw it, and really just the fact that they give you that D-pad, that's the key for me right there. But yeah, I can't stress this enough. If you decide to do this for yourself, just take your time, don't rush it, just enjoy the process, keep everything organized. Only cuss at them if your mom allows you to. And yeah, the only thing I have left to say is thanks eXtremeRate for sending these out. I absolutely love them so far. I haven't really had any issues with them, and I've put a ton of time on them so far. The best use that I have for these that I can think of at the moment, playing Tetris Effect Connected on these has been a blast, and I don't suck as bad now. Holy shit. There's a big ass spider sitting there behind the wall the whole time I'm shooting this.